If you like this video, click like. If you want to continue to follow our adventure, hit subscribe. Your support would be greatly appreciated. Hello, House on the Road subscribers and followers. Well, it's that time of the month where we have to check to make sure that we came in with our budget. And the last time we did this, we did it on video. Last time we did it on video was in March. And we skipped April because we had some extra expenses that wasn't really considered living in a camper expenses. We had to go back to Missouri. We got stuck in a flood. We had to go back to Missouri. While we were there, we had to travel all around trying to close out bank accounts and seeing relatives, and we had to stop at paid sites. So we decided not to actually count that as we're living in the camper because we were more trying to get ready for our life out here in the camping world. So anyway, we're going to start doing this as a monthly series. Last time we did it was a big success. Lots of questions, lots of comments, lots of suggestions. So here we go. The one thing that I don't discuss on these videos is insurance. It's very controversial. People keep asking about insurance and what we have for insurance. And no matter what answer I give, people don't like the answer. So what I would suggest is that you can look at our budget. I'll share everything else with you. And then just add in your own insurance costs. There's no reason to get everybody all upset on how we handle insurance versus how they handle insurance, and everybody's different when it comes to insurance. People have different philosophies on how it works, and so I don't cover it. Anyway, the things we will cover is generator costs, electric costs, traveling costs, which is gas, food costs, communication costs, and finally we have I've got a category of miscellaneous costs, which I'll kind of break down a little bit. Okay, so our first one is our electric cost, generator, and that came in at $34. And what I've noticed is on our trial run, we were only running about 4 hours a day. But as our YouTube channel becomes more successful, it's starting to run about 6 hours a day. We're just on the computer more. And I didn't realize this little laptop, I might have to get one like Carolyn's got. She's got a little tablet that turns into a laptop. But this little laptop, man, it really does consume some electric when you're trying to run on batteries. So anyway, that was $34, which if you still consider what we had to spend in our stick and brick house, you know, without air conditioner, we were consistently at $70 a month. Number two is traveling costs. We're only counting gas. How much did it take to get from Missouri to Mississippi, and then we finally ended up in Tennessee is where we stopped our budget for the month. And our gas cost was $185. Which is a little bit higher than what I budgeted. I only budgeted $120. So we've learned a couple things. As you probably know, in one of the videos we discussed how we had to do internet. Our truck is our Wi-Fi router through OnStar. The thing that was happening though is the battery would start to get low, and I thought, well, I'll just jump out there real quick and start it up for a few minutes. Well, that was a bad idea. So later you're going to learn. We bought another battery charger just to charge the truck off the generator, and we also limited the amount of amount of time that we run the generator. So anyway, that was $185. The next category is food, and we had a problem with food. Before I give you the amount, our refrigerator quit working. No, that's not true. The refrigerator worked fine. The freezer wasn't freezing as well as it should have been. We noticed that anything in styrofoam wasn't freezing. Well, we didn't catch it in time, so we had three or five packages of meat that spoiled. So we had to go out and replace it. And we ended up eating out 3 times. And that cost, the eating out cost, ended up being $41. Which I don't think eating out 3 times is a bad thing, especially when we're traveling. So anyway, the cost on food ended up being $196. Now again, we had to spend like another, I don't know, $30 on that spoiled food. So if we subtract that, you know, we're down to $170 range. Again, we have $40 eating out. Okay, communication. And I included Netflix in that. So that's phone, internet, and Netflix. Our phone is $44. Our internet from the truck, OnStar, is $20, and Netflix is $9.99. So that comes up to a total of $74.13. Now, looking at this budget, I'm going to start looking around for different phone plans. Right now I have T-Mobile, and I'm not overly satisfied with T-Mobile. It rarely has a signal. It's hard to get a signal with it. And I'm thinking there might be some cheaper plans out there, so I'm going to take a look at that. Okay, and finally we had a miscellaneous category. Propane, we filled the tank for $6.18. I'm going to have to fill another propane tank again this month. I got one in the back of the truck. I'm just trying to find, you know, trying to get, when I get into a town that has a place that'll fill it, I'll fill it. We stopped at Dollar Tree twice for a total of about 14 bucks, roughly. Dollar Tree. So what we did was just little things. And Dollar Tree is really nice because you spend $1 on whatever it is you buy. I can't remember. I think we bought bleach, you know, just different odds and end things. And they seem to be everywhere. Okay, so we had a Walmart trip, just odds and ends. It was a very inexpensive trip, as a matter of fact. It was $12. And so I'm very happy that we limited our Walmart trip expenses. It seems like when we get to Walmart, I don't think we go crazy. It just seems like it adds up quick. So going to Dollar Tree probably saved us from spending a lot of money at Walmart. Okay, and then I told you earlier that we were, you know, having to start the truck up to get our internet and charge the battery. And, you know, that was adding up pretty quick. Running out of gas, having to fill it up. So we went and purchased another battery charger just for the truck, which has worked out great. I mean, that thing was just working out great. So when the generator's running, I plug up the battery charger, hook it up to the battery in the truck, turn the key on so I can have internet, and it maintains the battery about right where it needs to be. And so that battery charger costs $54. And then finally, I hope I haven't missed anything, but anyway, finally there was one, we had a malfunction of the trailer jack, the thing that raises and lowers the tongue of the trailer. It broke. Of course, you know, it's 46 years old, so it broke. So I had to go out and replace it, and we went to a Tractor Supply store to replace it, and that ended up costing $64. So we had a couple extra expenses that we don't normally have with the battery charger and the jack breaking. I'm not saying that we won't have these extra expenses. We will, we know that, but it's not a common thing, you know, it won't be every month, I'm sure. So anyway, our miscellaneous expenses ended up being $150. So we did come up under budget. You know, we tried to budget ourselves at $800. We came up at $641 and 13 cents. So we're very excited how we're staying at budget. We still think we got some areas we can cut corners. Obviously, our gas cost is going to go down now because we have the battery charger. So we're hoping that'll come back down to $120. That's where I budgeted. We're at $185. $185. We hope the refrigerator will continue to perform well because we don't want to have to continuously replace meat. So that cost should come down. So, you know, we're still looking, hoping that we can get around 500 bucks a month. You know, especially if we can reduce the amount of maintenance costs that we have. That'll really help, because we were at 100 bucks right there with between buying the battery charger and having to buy that trailer jack. So, well, I hope that gives you some information on how your budget is going to be on your living in the camper world. So thanks for watching. Be sure to subscribe. Yeah. And click like if you like the video. And happy travels.